Gabriel, Cam Ward, and Drew Allard at Penn State have been the guys that have been most consistent at that. I think there's a lot of other really good quarterbacks, but at times they've all shown some cracks in their armor and their decision making. And you got to play winning football, which means you can't make plays for the other team.
Right.
Nick
Saban's on it.
Talk about Cam Ward. This is his 5th year playing football. 2,121 pass attempts in his career. That's a lot of football. And he's playing lights out. And it feels like the football gods are kind of working alongside of him. Obviously, Dillon Gabriel gets a massive win over Ohio State. Carson Beck there at Georgia has a championship pedigree. You know, he has his numbers are 15 touchdowns.
My bad.
8 picks, but he threw 0 touchdowns last week and he had 3 picks. So if he just has a regular day, he's at like 17 and 6, which would be phenomenal. So trusting, I'm not 100% sure. I think all these guys have downsides, but to me, Cam Ward has shown up in the biggest way, I think.
Yeah, Cam has like a huge upside, right? I love Cam Ward, love what he brings to an offense, but you know, he's going to put the ball in harm's way too many times for me. I like Dillon Gabriel because he doesn't really do that. Now, don't forget, earlier in the season, Cardinals sin throwing interceptions in the red zone.
Yeah,
3. I think he's got that out of the system. And not only that, he's very efficient the way he runs
purple
the ball.
rain.
And even though he's a dual threat quarterback, he doesn't run unless he absolutely has to, which I respect.
Yeah, I think it's a wild card. A team that's going up is Garrett Nussmeier. You know, and I think 3 times in the 4th quarter, he's had to bring his team back. And maybe a little bit of this, but I just feel like first year starting, getting better every single week. Tough challenge tonight, by the way, at Texas A&M.
Yeah, and if we're going to talk about this particular game, Taven Jackson, the guy who's going to be starting for the Indiana Hoosiers, he literally is a
All right, there we go.
6A state champion for
I hope he does it.
the Trojans, which is 45 minutes north of here. He commits to Tennessee. He comes over here to Indiana. He has all the tools that you could possibly need to be great. And Coach Signetti trusts him. I'm excited.
Drinking a little coffee, watching some game day. Saturday's get any better, boys? I don't know.
Which quarterback is going to be able to step up and finish the season? Is it going to be Nico? Is it going to be Will Howard? Is it going to be Nessmeyer? Is it going to be Eli Holstein at Pitt, who's undefeated? Carson Beck. I mean, there's a lot of guys. If they finish the season strong, their team's going to have a great chance in the playoffs.
Shador has a chance.
No doubt. They've got a long way to go to get up into that playoff picture. Will Howard.
Oh man.
Interesting because they may have the best.
I think Vandy has a chance today. Vandy might have a shot. Vandy might have a shot. Let me turn them down a little bit. Vandy might have a shot. So Vandy's quarterback, Diego Pavia, has played exceptionally well and impressed with his decision-making and his ability to take care of the football. So with that said, like, can Vandy win? Yes. I'm not going to sit there and say no one expected Vandy to beat Alabama. I didn't, and I'll be the first to admit that. But at the end of the day, like, can they keep up with the depth of Texas? I don't know. Texas's defense this year is much better than Alabama's, so I don't know. I got Indiana, but yeah, I think Vandy can win. It's a matter of do they have it. I don't know. Depends on how beat up Texas is, and can they go out there and shake the world up again. Yeah, man, Indiana all day. Signetti's a Saban boy, and I'll be honest with you, he exudes that Saban confidence. I really appreciate him. Appreciate the year he's putting together. Go Indiana. Anybody going to the game? Thanks, man. Thanks, Ryan. Man. Yeah, I don't see what happens today. I'm excited. It's a good day of football. I'm 0-2 on my picks, though. For some reason, I picked Syracuse, and Ryan McCord let me Kyle McCord let me down. So if the Nebraska game was awesome, Ryan. Hey, Adventure, I'm gonna go ahead. So if Alabama loses today, I mean, it would go right along with what I've said. For some reason, I've got in my mind that Alabama's an 8-4 team. I've got LSU penciled in as a loss, and I just got us coming up short in one of these games. Not because of talent, just because of pure. I don't know. Just don't have it this year. I think they'll win today. I picked them to win. I picked them to win today, so I'm not going to sit there and say. And the reason why is, you got their starting running back out and you got their starting quarterback out. And yeah, Syracuse was my upset pick too, and I got destroyed. I got absolutely destroyed on that, and I feel bad. And I picked UNLV last night, which UNLV played a great game against Boise State. There's no shame in what they did last night. No shame in what they did last night. Oh, it's commercial, damn.
My favorites for just $7 each? That's
Hold on,
crazy.
it's commercial. I gotta go.
Or am I crazy?
Can't show commercials anyway. My bad. So yeah, Ty Simpson, is he playing today? I don't think so. I think Milroe starts, and Milroe has a good game. And I think Milroe, it's his team to lose. They're not gonna, if he comes out and just completely whiffs the first half again, I think it's gonna be time to start really considering pulling Milroe and putting Ty in. I mean, I'm just being realistic about it though. Because at that point, that means there's something legitimately wrong. And at that point, that means that we've got to either make a choice or we're just refusing to acknowledge what's actually there. And I think there is something wrong with Milroe, whether it's mentally or physically, I don't know. But something has got him shook. He's definitely not. I always try to paint him as a Jalen Hurts kind of player, unfazed, just can't be shook, but he's not him. He's emotional. And it's okay. It's okay, man. It's okay to be that. It's okay. Players give a damn. Players go all in on things, and they care about their teams, and I understand, but like, I want that guy that can throw that pick and then go out there the next play and throw the touchdown. I mean, that's what I want. And y'all saw, man, Milroe was shook for Saturday night. He's been shook for a while, but he had nothing. He had nothing to give. He had nothing to give. Like I said, game day's on a commercial. Be right back. Appreciate the questions, though. I like talking football. So, yeah, the game was good, though. I was pulling for UNLV. I just, with that whole story about the player leaving because he wasn't going to get his NIL money and all that, they got on my radar. So who's everybody got? Navy, Notre Dame. Who you got? Navy, Notre Dame. Navy, Notre Dame today. Commercials, man. I swear. Oh. We've had some good games this year already, though. And as a Bama fan, I wish we were doing better, but we've been in every game. Yeah, so yeah, I got Notre Dame as well. I feel like the inside, the trenches, Notre Dame is actually a very good run defense. Texas A&M found that out. I know it was early in the season, but I mean, we can say what we want to say, but Notre Dame, they handled Texas A&M. So Navy's gonna be tough, though. Navy's got a good offense, and it's very difficult to contain. So.
Celebrating the challenge of road games everywhere. Are you ready for the road? Goodyear is more driven.
See what's going on here.
Going to be on the road, play the national championship game a year ago to take on Indiana. Who's your coach? Who's your coach? Kurt Cignetti will be with us.
Uh-oh, Cignetti coming out. Cignetti's coming out. Let's go.
How about Elsie? Can you imagine? I just saw team buses go by. Elsie,
see you later tonight, Riddle. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll just fucking around, man. Trying to mess around. My picks are rough right now. 0-2. I guess it could be worse. I guess it could be worse, though. Worse could be if Alabama loses. Well, the rest of Notre Dame's games. Yeah, no, I agree, Matt. Notre Dame, 100% on elimination watch. If they get beat, they're out. I mean, if they get beat, they're out. And it's ironic because I'll say this. I actually think Navy is a good matchup for Notre Dame. I like Army better than I like Navy right now. So I think Army is the bigger challenge, and I'm very curious to see how that game plays out. And I no disrespect to Navy. I mean, they're good too. Just saying, like, me personally, I think the Army game is going to really be the one that tests Notre Dame. And so notable Big Ten games. Let's see, we got Nebraska, Ohio State. I mean, come on, that's a snooze fest. Ohio State should dominate them. I do think they have a better day today against Ohio State than they did against Indiana. I still think it's a blowout, so don't. But I think people will make too much of the fact that it's closer than the other game. Indiana, I got them beating Washington even with a backup quarterback.
Wisconsin's defense have been
So
playing really well, especially getting
I like Saban's take on this, on Wisconsin being a difficult place, but I just don't understand the Wisconsin love right now. I don't understand the Wisconsin love. Yeah, I don't. I think Illinois covers that. I don't think it's going to be that big. I got maybe Oregon by 14. And I think Illinois is going to play great. I mean, because Altmaier can play. He can play football. He can sling the rock. And I think what happens is Illinois keeps it close. Oregon's depth is just going to show up. I mean, Illinois, this is their first real season of being a dominating team. And I'm using the word dominating loosely, but I do think they'll play good football for a little while and keep it close. The game that sticks out for me for Illinois is the Purdue game. I mean, the defense is just atrocious. You don't let a team come back like that. So, but anyway, like the big topic for me right now, like we were talking about this on the podcast, is Wisconsin and Penn State. I don't understand this love for Wisconsin. I mean, Alabama, the same Alabama team that got beat by Vanderbilt went to Wisconsin this season and beat the crap out of them by 32 points, I think. So, I know every day is different, every game is different, but it's I just can't get over that. I cannot get over, Penn State not being able to beat Wisconsin. I would love it, man. Hey, I'd love it. Like I said, I love chaos. Let's bring it on. But yeah, hey, anyone that's watching, man, if you could like and follow, we've got a podcast. We'll be on at 8:30 tonight reviewing today's games. We got some interesting facts. Tonight. We're going to talk about some Alabama statistic, try to calm the waters in Alabama country. It's a stat that I think will be interesting enough for most people that follow football. And then I've got a stat. So Alabama holds a record, and it's a record that I don't think will ever be broken in the history. I don't think it'll ever be broken in the history of college football. So I'm going to review that, and Alabama holds it. No. There he is. There's Coach. All he does is win, man. All he does is win. Commercial. Commercial. I'm a Notre Dame fan. I'm still Bruce. No, man. Don't. Hey, man. Y'all play good, man. Not that game, but y'all's program has been renewed. I mean, Notre Dame struggled for many years to win games, the big games, and I think they're definitely on the right track. I'm not saying Marcus Freeman might be the answer, but I definitely think he was a good stepping stone to a coach, and he might be the answer. I don't know. I mean, he might, but I don't necessarily like quarterback up there, the dude from Duke. I can't remember his name. It's drawing a blank, but I don't necessarily like him. I don't think he's a game changer. I mean, he runs, man. Yeah, that Bama team actually had it, man. They had that killer instinct, and they weren't going to be denied. And that's kind of like what we don't have this year, if we're being honest. We don't have that, man. We just, like I said, I was going to watch game day. I was going to play a little Madden, start the Saturday off right, just mess around. But Riley Leonard, thank you. Yeah. So Riley Leonard, man, when I watched him at Duke, he would run, but he'd throw the ball and it seems like he's so dedicated to the run now. It's almost like, almost to a detriment, if that means it makes any sense. I haven't watched a lot of Notre Dame games this year, but when you watch the highlights, it's like, man, come on, dude. Then again, he may not have no receivers, but I find it hard to believe that Notre Dame has no receivers. That's my opinion. So I'm not the Notre Dame expert. You are. So just saying, I just can't believe that we can't find some players to throw the ball to at Notre Dame. But yeah, it's going to be a good year, man. I don't know. It's going to be a good day. I'm excited. Watching College Game Day. Like I said, we're in commercial. Can't show the commercials, but we're going to watch College Game Day. And we're going to hang out. And then we're going to get ready for the Bama game. And then, like I said, we're going to be recording the podcast live reaction video tonight at 8:30. There'll be about 5 of us. So that's when it gets fun. Like I said, that's when it gets fun. That's when it gets fun. It's still commercial. Uh-huh. Yeah. All right, so first game of the day, first big game, like I said, it's Notre Dame, it's Navy. I think Notre Dame wins. I've already said that. I think that's one of those obvious ones. For me, I'm not saying that Navy's not going to try. They're not going to do a good job. I think they will do a good job, but I think right now, my opinion is Notre Dame's too big on the offensive and defensive line. Yeah, buddy. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate you, bro. We're only a few followers away from 2,000, so appreciate everybody that has followed. Like I said, man, y'all have a good day. Like I said, appreciate everyone that follows. We're excited to be here. It's still commercial, y'all, so just give me a second. We're going to watch some Game Day. All right, it's back. This happened
since yesterday afternoon.
Oh, my stuff went wrong. Oh, wrong one. That's why. All right, there we go. All right, we're back.
In his first year of performance over potential, Lee Corso's homecoming. It has been an
Coach Signetti, let's go.
An elimination game from playoff consideration for both Alabama and Missouri.
Elimination game.
And $100,000 up for grabs. One lucky Hoosier, Pat believes, will be taking home his check today.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting tonight. Because I'm not sure. Like I said, Missouri's wide receivers, I don't know who their backup quarterback is, but Missouri's wide receivers are good enough to give Alabama problems. But I think with having your starting running back out and your starting quarterback out, I think Alabama's got it. I mean, I think that's a... There you go. Good for him.
For his condition by many specialists at the Peyton Manning Children's Hospital here in the state of Indiana.
There we go.
What a cool thing.
Peyton Manning, man. What a great guy.
That a football program can have on a university and a community. Kurt Signetti joins us here, I'm sure.
There's Coach.
When you Google him, you find out a lot about this guy. He has won he has won everywhere he has been. 126-35. That's pretty good.
National champion at Alabama. Let's go.
Sun Belt runner-up at the FCS level and was part of Nick Saban's national championship staff, the first national championship at Alabama in 2009. Kurt, it is great to have you with us. Always
Drinking that coffee.
What you guys have done here is remarkable. We saw Drew
man.
and we've seen the reaction that Lee Corso has had.
This dude.
Players here.
Look at that campus, though. That's a pretty nice campus. I like the front of the stadium like that.
Yeah, my dad overcame cancer my senior year of high school. Was given his last rites twice. Lee sent a
Respect.
Holy Cross.
Respect.
That in the letter he said had special healing powers, and that sat on top of his dresser the whole time from surgery through his recovery, and he beat cancer and lived 43 more years. So Coach Corso has always really had a
Good for him.
place
Good
in
for
the
him.
Signetti family's heart.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good story.
When your dad was sick.
I have a question for you. What? I read that you went ballistic in the fourth quarter against Nebraska. What the hell was that about?
I learned from the best.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
You never went on to let up.
Nod to the GOAT. Nod to the GOAT.
Yeah, when I was getting my ass ripped in the fourth quarter, I couldn't figure it out. Now I got it figured out.
You got
He got it figured out now. He knows.
This guy was always confident. You know, we're sitting in the staff meeting after the 2009, and Kent State job's open. It's not a very good job. Nobody wants it. They call me and ask me, you know, is anybody on your staff interested? So I say in the staff meetings, anybody want the Kent State job? First guy put his hand up right there. He's always confident. And I think that confidence is
There it is, buddy.
successful everywhere he's been because that rubs off on everybody. Just like the culture in this place
Good for
has
him, man.
changed because of this guy's attitude.
Now, speaking
Man,
of
say,
culture,
when this dude talks, man, people need to listen.
I've gotten a chance to really feel the Signetti experience. Okay?
There is nobody like this guy. I hope everybody understands. There's nobody that'll ever come close to Nick Saban. Nobody. Nobody will ever come close to this guy.
Listen to this message that he sent to the students the first time he spoke.
Look at this guy. Signetti's going to do good things, man. I got a feeling. I got good. I just need y'all to beat Ohio State. Come on.
Okay, so that's the first time you speak to these students. That's right. Okay? That's his intro. That's your intro to the students. And
I mean, that's how you go. If you're going to go in, you got to go in hard, man.
this guy must be out of his
If you're
mind.
going to go in, you go in hard.
And go undefeated.
Go in hard, bro.
Then you sell out this stadium for the first time in its history, 52,000 plus. You've sent emails and letters to these students. What is your relationship like with the student body, and how do you feel about kind of birthing a football community down here in Bloomington?
Well, you know, they got 50,000
pretty awesome, man.
towels in the stadium, white towels. I don't know what they look like, Pat.
Signetti.
I don't endorse this most
Oh, man, that's
It's just
awesome.
one of 5 towels, and we got
That is
about 10
awesome.
different T-shirts. So, look, these people were starving for success.
Starving.
And they got a little taste of it and wanted more and more and more. And this is what it's become. But guess
It's
what?
awesome.
What? We got to do our part today.
Yeah.
Got to do your part. Let's go. Let's go, baby.
Ask you about this team that you inherited. You brought some guys in. Obviously, you have an approach about production over potential in this era. You just talked a little bit about different from coach's era to now. It's a different landscape around the sport. How do you build this thing up so quickly? What was the plan?
Well, you know, the team I inherited are playing somewhere else.
Yeah.
I mean, my first day on the job, we had 10 offensive starters and transfer portal, half our defense. So
Wow.
you're hiring staff, doing a lot of stuff. 3 weeks later, we got 22 transfers. They were all 2-3-year starters, right? And I really felt in my heart like we had flipped the culture. And that's where the Google Me comment came from. It was the end of the press conference. It had been a long month. And I'd answered that question 15 times. So finally, I decided to simplify it, right? Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. This dude, man. If you're not hyped up about Indiana right now, man.
Camp, but you got to put it on the field, right?
Indiana.
So the JMU guys were key. When I told it was a very quick process. In 3 days, I'd accepted the job. I told the team. Never did it enter my mind that any of these guys might follow. But listening to their interviews, they knew right when I told them, and they started jumping in the portal. Those guys facilitated the culture change because they knew how the program was run. But all these guys we brought in, high-character guys that had production year in, year out. The guys who stayed had a chip on their shoulder, had the right stuff. And I knew we really had a shot. Looking at the schedule, I knew and for whatever reason, all my teams in the first year have had big tournaments.
Yeah, some reason.
Now, this dude is this dude's a legend. This dude's gonna be good, man. If y'all ain't keeping up with Indiana, man, y'all missing out. This guy's gonna be he's gonna be a name.
Coach, as a former wide receiver, I heard that you have a unconventional method of process and testing out gloves that your receivers may have to wear in case the weather gets a little wet, a little rainy. Can you walk us through that process, Coach?
Yeah, I'm not quite exactly. I think, when I worked for some people way back, and I can't really remember now. When it rained, you didn't wear gloves, right? Okay, and then, you get a little older. And, technology changes. You don't realize guys can wear gloves in the wetness. I don't make an issue of it anymore.
Right.
All I know is this. We've had 2,000-yard receivers on the same team 2 in the last 3 years.
Okay.
And just about every game, we have 10 different guys touch the ball. Running back or receiver, we spread it around.
Yeah.
They can do whatever they want as long as they play fast, block downfield, and catch the ball.
Hey, Coach, let's ask you about the quarterback. Rourke's had a monster year. He's got the
monster year.
Maybe next week.
Look at Indiana sitting right behind Tennessee, make playoffs. Man, good for them, man. Good for them.
What about how you guys attacked today with him?
Well, we're going to
Good for them.
attack. That's the way we play.
Yeah, like as a Bama fan right now, who are we going for? We're going to go for Navy. I'll be 0-3 on my picks, but I'm going to go for Navy because that gives us a better shot. I don't really necessarily, if we make the playoffs, man, I don't think we do anything. It would take a severe change of attitude to go into LSU Death Valley and beat LSU. It would take a severe change, and I don't know if we got that in us. Here we go. Come on, Signetti. Here we go. He's got work to do. Let's go. Give him his damn coveralls. We got to get to work. The only pack I'm smoking is Signetti's. Saban Field, baby. Welcome. So we're gonna at least hear what they got to say about Alabama. Then we'll be back tonight.
That will be followed by LSU and Texas A&M in prime time at 7:30 Eastern time. And on the subject of Notre Dame and Navy, these two meeting at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford.
About time for my Madden daily challenges. Go play some Madden. Blake Horvath, there he is, man. Man, you gotta respect these dudes wearing their fucking uniforms. I mean, respect. You gotta put respect on their name. I mean, you just got to. These dudes deserve the highest honor. I mean, I'm just telling y'all. These dudes deserve way more than we could ever give them.
Absolute overdrive. Now, Notre Dame has dominated the series. First time they've met its ranked opponent since 2019. Notre Dame has won 6 straight head-to-head.
Yeah.
The season that Horvath's having is probably worth mentioning that Roger
Horvath is playing good. He really is. I just don't know. I mean, Notre Dame's a tough team, man. I mean, Northern Illinois beat them though. I mean, it's possible. This shit's possible. What's he doing over there?
Okay. I understand that you want to pilot choppers at some point in your career, but it's going to be really incumbent on you to pilot this offense against Notre Dame. What kind of confidence have you guys gained since being much more explosive in the passing game in the entire offense?
Yeah, I think it started with Coach Cronic coming in this offseason.
Yeah, mad respect, Michael. Mad respect. These dudes right here, they're playing football. They're playing games right now, but they're going to play. I mean, you know, they're going to go play war soon, and God forbid we go to war. But I'm just saying, like, these guys are going straight in the military. after having a outstanding college career. These guys deserve the utmost respect. These guys are awesome. Awesome. I appreciate everything they do. And I'll tell you, these guys, man, they don't get enough respect. The fact that Navy can have no NIL, can have no transfers, and still be undefeated in this world, this day and age of college football is crazy. It's crazy, man. And Army the same way. Army the same way. No, you know, Army's the same. No. Army's the same way, man. You got to absolutely respect both these teams, and I hope they both beat Notre Dame. And I hope I'm wrong today. I picked Notre Dame, but I hope they both beat Notre Dame. And then at the end of the day, they go into it and they're undefeated, and they play each other for a chance at the playoff spot. That's the ultimate respect. That's the ultimate sign of a good team. And I hope they achieve that. I hope they achieve it. I really do. It'll be so much fun.
What's this transition been like to this attack, and how much fun are you having in it?
I mean, it's the most fun I've probably ever had playing football in my entire life, and it's just fun getting involved.
Get your cat. It's doing something.
My freshman year, we beat UCF
I don't know.
without completing a pass.
Yeah, it would be awesome. It'd be absolutely awesome. I mean, I think everyone is rooting for Army and Navy right now. I think that's like America's team. I really believe that. And on top of that, so Army Navy are like 1-2 in everyone's mind right now as far as like wanting to see upsets and play games and stuff. But I honestly think Indiana's a close third. I think people are really rooting for Indiana.
This year, having coached there in the past, I have a tremendous amount of respect for
the other team that.
Can you comment on the togetherness you guys have and the spirit that you have as a team?
The other team that I think has really taken the world by storm is Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt beat Alabama. They slayed the Giant, much to my dismay. And now, like, everyone is on that Vandy hype train, dude. Everyone's on that Vandy hype train, and I can't be mad at them. I mean, my buddy was at a bar in Nashville just last night. Arch Manning walked in. So Arch Manning walks into the bar that you're in. Vandy fans all up in Nashville, Texas fans. I mean, anyone's ever been to Nashville and seen a Vanderbilt game. So it's mainly someone else's fans in there. So, but people are very excited about Vanderbilt football right now, and that's something that I've never heard in my lifetime. People be excited about. Even when James Franklin was there, it was okay, but it wasn't beating Alabama exciting. I'll just say that.
Every single story about her has been punching me in the face. But yeah, so when I was really young, I was messing around.
All right, so what are we thinking? All wins by 10 points this year. Can Navy slay the Giant? Can Navy take up its can they take up this spot? And can they beat the Giant that is Alabama? I'm sorry, Notre Dame. Alabama's all in mine. Can they beat Notre Dame today? I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
If you become president of our country, Blake, I will be excited.
No doubt. Hey, Blake, good luck today punching Notre Dame in the face. Maybe a toy will fall out of their nose. You never know.
It'll be interesting to see.
Can't wait to watch Blake.
Blake Horvath. Hats off to you, brother. Hats off to you. Said this is going to be good.
I think that's been pretty obvious, but a lot of times you coached at the Naval Academy. Sometimes
Naval Academy. I didn't know Saban coached at the Naval Academy. I didn't know that, so learned something today on game day.
For what these guys go through from a military standpoint and how that discipline sort of comes through. But
I didn't know that. I mean, that's interesting.
As a coach there, is you would go on the field, and I was pretty volatile. I was probably in my 20s, so I was
always in his 20s. Okay, so that's been a long time.
But not real instinctive. So one day I'm on this guy. I mean, as hard as you can be on him, and every time I get on him, he says yes, sir. I get on him again, he says yes, sir. I say, if you say yes, sir, to me one more time, I'm going to kick you right in the ass. And he says yes, sir. I was like,
I would love to see them beat Notre Dame. Hey man, hey man, I'm here for it. If they beat Notre Dame, man, I'm here for it. I'm telling you, honestly, I'd like to see them beat Notre Dame too. I picked Notre Dame just because I think their O-line and D-line are big enough pose problems, but I would love nothing more than them to win. Like I said, all that does is take Notre Dame out of the playoffs, and then that gives Alabama a shot at sneaking in. Listen, I'm a realist. I don't think Alabama's going to make it. Anyone that's watched this podcast or watched me the past couple weeks, I don't think it's going to happen. But I would love to be wrong. Like I said, I'd love to be. I'll be wrong anytime. I'll be wrong anytime if it means that kind of chaos happens, because that's good. That's good stuff to talk about. And like I said, I'm excited about Navy and Army. I hope they both play each other and they're undefeated. Can you imagine the chaos, the Army-Navy game actually being for, a shot at the playoffs? That'd be crazy, man. That'd be so crazy. Is it raining, Brody? Oh, it's raining. Damn, I didn't realize. Yeah, but that would be like absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I freaking love it, dude. I can't hear you. All right. Like I said, we're gonna sit here. When commercials, I gotta switch over. Can't show the commercials, but Old Crimson. All right.
Beyond those connections, you have a family connection today. Your son Taven is the starting quarterback for the Hoosiers.
There it is.
This is crazy.
Good for you, buddy.
Perfect timing. Taven's working.
Proud of you.
For it, and we're here to support him. Our family's here, and we believe in him, and he believes in himself.
Good for him, man. Like I said, I'm rooting for Indiana in this game.
If he happens to get a win over your rival.
So I'm rooting for Indiana the whole way. Like I said, I mean, I hope they beat everybody they play except Alabama. They ain't gonna play Alabama though. UW is just trash. UW is just trash.
For the sake of your next family dinner and holiday, I hope you guys get the dub. Reese, back to you.
Let's go.
Ray told his kids, Trey Jackson Davis, his son too, they could go anywhere they wanted. They just couldn't go to Washington and they couldn't go to Michigan. Sorry about that, Des. Aerial coverage is provided by Goodyear.
Can only go to.
Game ready. Are you ready for the road? Goodyear is more driven.
Still ahead. All right, so at the break, I'm gonna slide over to the transition screen. Can't show commercials. Then we'll be right back watching Game Day, talking football. So need to go make me some more coffee, I think. Except Luther Burden, dude's a stud. He worries me, man. Like I said, I don't care if you got somebody that can just throw the ball up to him. He's gonna be a problem for Alabama. Alabama's defense secondary is suspect. So. Be right back. Hey, I'll be right back. I'm going to go make another cup of coffee and we'll get back to Game Day. We back. Let's see what we got here. Let's see if we can get this game day. It's still on commercial. Just bear with me. Like I said, I just don't want to get banned. 14 seconds. Here we go. Gotta have that coffee in the morning, guys. Gotta have that coffee. Can't make it without it. I don't know if y'all remember, but do you remember being young and waking up full of piss and vinegar and not even needing, you didn't need nothing. You didn't need no Red Bull. You didn't need no. You woke up and you was ready for the day. You woke up and you was like the Kool-Aid man, ready to run through a damn brick wall. And now you drag your ass, to the shower or to the coffee pot just to get motivated. It's about to be back on. I remember those days, man. I used to tell everybody if they could bottle. I used to tell everybody if they could bottle me, some bitch would be the #1 selling energy drink, but not anymore. I guess like they say, I ain't as good as I once was. So, but yeah, I drink that coffee. And we've been doing that. I don't know, like every couple of weeks, Kroger will have Green Mountain coffee on sale for like $3, for the K-cups. And so we've been just trying all different kinds, trying to find the best one. We got a secret though. We got us a secret for a good cup of coffee, and I'll share it with you. So the secret to a good cup of coffee, oh, she's in here now, she'll tell you, is my wife found the Cafe Bustelo instant coffee. And you take a couple of spoonfuls of that and mix it with a good K-cup. And so you get that extra shot of caffeine with the good flavor of some of these coffees, man. I tell you what, nothing will wake you up quite as quickly as one of those cups of coffee, I promise you. Oh my gosh.
This is Oregon. I think this is one of the hardest plays to coach defensive players to defend.
Here we go. If Alabama would actually throw the ball when they ran this, we'd be better off, but we don't ever throw it. We don't ever throw it. We just keep it.
What they're looking at to make them move, which is part of the plan by the offense.
The key is the guard.
Yeah, so they're reacting to the guard.
Gets the linebackers over here. So now they have.
Dude, Nick Saban just knows.
Runner does a great job.
It's a good job. Good run.
Perimeter throws that actually fit the running game is really a big thing on offense right now.
And for fans, again, remember, this could be a run play, depending on what the quarterback reads, or depending on what he sees, it could be a pass. So the offensive linemen, they're running a run play. We keep that in mind.
Yeah, I mean, this
right here is the old counter OT that everybody talks
counter
about.
Off tackle.
So you see
it's a good run. I mean, I need my running back to bounce that a little quicker.
If he doesn't come out here and balance this up, they're going to throw the bubble pass out here. If he does,
I see. So it's a zone. That was a piss poor block by the receiver out here on the edge.
This is why I think offenses are scoring so many points now, because they've tied these run pass options together.
Right, and look, you already have two. Now you get a third. You got three guys out here. What an advantage. So again, option to hand it if the read's right, or just get it out, flip it out to the perimeter. It's an extension of the run
Exactly
game.
right.
Yeah, it does create options for us. RPOs create options.
But it's formation into the boundary. All right, so you don't want to put all your players into the boundary.
Let me just say this, though. The key to a good RPO is definitely being able to read the defensive keys and be able to pick correctly. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes teams struggle with that.
But this is his match out here. He needs to go 3 through.
Like that was a good pull right there. Throw it to the receiver. I like that.
forward into the
You
back.
call this peanut butter?
Peanut butter pass.
Yeah.
Peanut butter pass.
Is that universal or is that just a you thing?
You know, I don't know where we come up with some of these names.
All right, last one. Let's take one more.
Peanut butter
look
pass.
At one of these advantage throws. You got a corner that's going to come here. This is Indiana against Nebraska. Here's your read for the zone read. Quarterback's going to pull because this
Cornerback
man's
blitz,
coming
looks
down,
like.
right? So pull it. Now
Ooh.
it's basically triple option here.
Yeah, well, I think this is a great job by the quarterback. First of all, this is a pretty easy read when this guy comes down, toes the shoulders to pull the ball.
Yep.
Now, I pulled the ball and think I'm going to run, and now the corner's in my face.
Yeah.
So
Corner's
what's my
in
next
face.
option? Throw the smoke
See, throw
pass out
this.
here.
Good play.
But the thing about
Good
it is
play.
his defense
That's a
is
good play.
really outnumbered.
I like
If
that.
you're going to send the corner, you got to take the backer out here.
Charles, what you doing, bro? What you doing, Charles?
We would take the backer out here, but the safety would call backer go, and he would replace the corner, so the corner and the safety would still be able to cover. And
Charles in the house. Always good to have old Charlie in the house. Old Charlie Hustle.
Move a guy out there. You're seeing more and more. Rich Rod used to run this at West Virginia with Pat. Oregon with Chip Kelly. That's modern college football, triple option football. Instead of being under center and running triple, that's just from the gun.
But I think that's the big thing that defensive coordinators have to decide now.
Bless
Are
you.
we going to be simple and put ourselves in bad situations?
Charlie
Are
Hustle.
we going to make it complex enough that we can stay sound on everything we're going to see?
Yeah.
Well, you see these offenses.
Let's go.
We've seen it here at Indiana. They lead
Indiana.
the nation in scoring so far. Old Dominion.
I'm gonna work on. I think I'm gonna start working on my Discord channel. I need to be working on.
Yardage over 500. Production over potential in building this program.
Yeah, obviously.
On Discord here. Let me see if
Right people coming in, people who have played a lot.
try to work on this.
I think a massive piece of building this program has
Breaking
been Coach Derek
news.
Owings in the strength staff for the Indiana football team. Whenever they came here from JMU, Coach Owings was with Signetti at JMU. They had a football weight room. That
Pregame
was
chats,
shared with the entire
podcast
athletic
links,
department. They had no bumpers for the
social
Olympic weights.
media,
There's been no money spent on that weight room in a long time. I think they were
edit
the only
category.
P4 program that didn't have their own weight room. Coach Derek Owings went to Coach Signetti
Okay.
on like day one and said, I need $1 million to build up this weight room. Signetti said, you got it. Found a investor.
I gotta find the links for this shit.
I feel like you're seeing them reap the benefit of that. Fourth quarters, they buried
Um,
teams. And if you're going to run this triple option offense, you got to have stamina. You got to be powerful. Their offensive line moves. Everybody's fast. It's like, I think the strength staff is a big piece of a culture change, and Coach Owings has done that here with the help of $1 million.
It takes money to do, and the culture has been an issue here at Indiana. No one
I'm here, y'all. I'm working on a Discord channel for the podcast.
more games than Indiana.
Said I'm just trying to
Also once said he took
watch
the
this and
Indiana
hang
job
out and
because it was an impossible job. That's what people on the outside thought. The bonds that were forged during LC's 10 years leading the Hoosiers are unbreakable. They're going to honor the 1979 Holiday Bowl team today. And yesterday, some of those coaches and players got a chance to spend some time with
I
their
messed
old
up.
coach.
Sorry. What keeps happening? Piece of shit. Oh, that's why. My bad. Sorry. Edit channel. I need to delete that one.
Welcome back to Bloomington.
Oh, man. I love you.
There he is.
Why was it important to
That's a
you
good one.
guys to come back here and spend time with him and celebrate?
You got an hour?
He got me started in the coaching business and gave me an opportunity and stuck with me, and I'll never forget that.
Show y'all this picture right here. This is back when we were teenagers. It's back when we were teenagers. Me and one of the guys that come on this show. I don't know if it'll let me zoom in. Look at that dude. Look at that dude, man. Young, man. Young. That's how far back this goes. And that at this point, I was already a diehard Alabama fan, watching recruiting and everything. And I was only a teenager. And it's only gotten bigger from here. So it's kind of crazy thinking about how far we've come as Bama fans.
Wasn't there some type of prayer involved in that game?
Most people most people can't commit to anything for the years. So think about this. Like, I've been an Alabama fan for almost 35 years.
And Father Higgins
You know what I mean? Like, you got family, you got a spouse, you got kids. What else have you loved for 35 years of your life and have stuck with it through thick and thin? Most people can't fathom that. Oh, sorry. My bad. For some reason, I was trying to fix quality. All right.
And the team carried it both off the field.
Cock. What else is there?
Well, what was the Gopher Stomper?
Gopher Stomper was Minnesota. Got this great big hammer all week during practice. It was like whack-a-mole. Good motivation. Then the fly swatter was, we played it at West Virginia.
Website.
Danny Bugs.
What else we got? Website.
Receiver, and so yeah, this fly
YouTube, TikTok, website. What other links are there? I don't know what other links there are. There he is.
Thank you for coming.
Oh yeah, you were a trailblazer too. You hired first woman football coach. Why did you do that?
Buzz Kirpius, first woman football coach, legit full-time football coach, the same salary, everything else, but she was assistant coach in charge of academics.
And I helped with recruiting.
And recruiting.
And you had me go sign a couple of players down in Evansville.
But you were the right person to break the barrier because you were terrific.
But I appreciate everything you did for me, and I've had all these friends for all these years. So thank you.
What would you like LC?
Show notes, general discussion.
The biggest thing I take away is the belief and the motivation. It's just so happy to see the team transform.
Yeah.
The IBM man shows up 15 minutes early. The IBM man has his tie pulled up. The IBM man is prepared. And Coach gave us that time and time again.
One of the things he always said was the words of Confucius: our greatest glory comes not in never falling, but rising each time we fall.
Make sure I got this all right. I think we're about ready for the unveiling. Audio quality, permissions, private channel, and you.
And I thank you so much.
So we got the permission set up. We are about ready. We're going to try to go live on our new Discord tonight, and we're going to try to have links. We're going to try to have links for everything, and we're going to try to go live on the new Loaded and Go to Discord, and we are going to try this. I think it's going to be successful. I think we're going to be able to do something. We got to get some links together though. We got to get some links together. I got to get some links out there for everybody, and we're going to try to do that. I'm excited about it.
Holiday Bowl champions are joining their head coach Lee Corso and the mayor of Bloomington, Terry Thompson.
There you go.
I believe you have something to say.
I do indeed. Today in Bloomington, we are declaring it Coach Lee Corso Day. Our coaches lead people who change lives, and this team was
channel?
to greatness by you, Coach.
We'll go live.
So whereas Coach Lee Corso was the head football coach at IU from 1973 to 1982, and Coach Lee Corso is the third all-time winningest coach in IU football history. And Coach Lee Corso was the first IU football coach to win a bowl game, the 1979 Holiday Bowl. And Coach Lee Corso was inducted into the IU Athletic Hall of Fame.
Yeah, buddy. Michael, thank you for liking the live, bro. Appreciate you. I do appreciate you. Said I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to do this at the same time. We gotta get some work done while I'm trying to create a podcast. So we've got a group of a panel of individuals that we watch football together, and we do a little podcast talking about college football, and we're trying to get better at just some of the details.
Almost 40 years now, therefore, I, Carrie Thompson, the mayor of the city of Bloomington, do hereby proclaim Coach Lee Corso Day in Bloomington, Indiana.
How about see surrounded by his players, and maybe his favorite of all time, his son Steve. They won the Kentucky game on the old pine tree shot, right? Winning touchdown pass. Yeah, you like that?
We practice that in Bloomington in the backyard.
And how about this? The day's yours, baby.
I want to thank you very much.
Events there, baby. Let's go.
I appreciate it very, very much.
All right, we're gonna try it tonight. Like I said, I'm just enjoying watching Game Day. Like I said, I like talking football with people, so I just enjoy watching Game Day and talking football. That's the whole reason why we even started a podcast, because you gotta have somebody to communicate with. You gotta have somebody to share this stuff with. College football is a magical thing. Commercial. Can't watch commercials. College football is a magical thing. Yeah, we're gonna try to build a. I'll watch it with my son, and I'll always remember. Yeah, man. See, my son is my son's 6. He ain't he ain't there yet. He ain't got the attention span for that yet. But he did look at me the other day, and he said, "Daddy, I think it's time for me to play football." And that was my moment. Because if it's one thing that I'm a football guy, man. So. But 100%, like I'm excited for the days that we get to do that together. My son is 29. It's all right, man. Hey, it's all right. It's all right. We all football fans, man. But I mean, we had kids. Me and my wife had kids late. I mean, I'm not young, but I'm younger. But like I said, my son. They enjoy, my son and my daughter enjoy going to football games and stuff, but they ain't really picked up on it yet. They can't feel it yet. They don't understand. I will say this, like my daughter made me proud. My daughter made me really proud. So they had last week was Alabama Tennessee game, and they had Tennessee Day at school, and I am proud to say that my daughter. And her defiance, much like her father, showed up in an Alabama shirt. And they called her a traitor, and she said, "Got to do what you got to do." And that's a proud moment for me. So she went against the grain. I've went against the grain my whole life. So anybody can follow a team because you're from there. Anybody can follow a team for multitude of reasons, but to stay with them through thick and thin, that's what makes you a fan. That's what makes you a fan. So people don't realize, man, Alabama, like I was an Alabama fan. Alabama went 3-8 in 2000, man. 3-8. You know what that's like? I mean, that's just terrible. 3-8, man. Not many people could even begin to fathom what 3-8 looks like. But stick with them, man. And then you can have a run like we had and Alabama had. And yeah, man. Yeah. So you did have your son young. That's me and my wife waited. We just, but said it's been a whirlwind. We've had fun. I will say that we've had fun every step of the way. Kids are fun, man. And you got to be, man, you got to just, kids, man, it's like having your best friend with you. Like, so I can imagine having them watch the games with you and stuff. It's like having your damn, it's like having your best friend with you. I can only imagine how awesome that is. And I can't wait, man. I can't wait to go to Bama games. I can't wait to show them all the stuff down on the strip, Tuscaloosa. I mean, I just can't wait. I can't wait. By then I'll be old and I won't be hip to all the cool things going on, but I don't give a damn. Florida State, Miami. Does anyone think this game? Does anyone think this game is going to be anything? Florida State, Miami. No, come on. That game used to be fun, but it ain't fun no more.
The Seminoles have won the last 3 that followed a 4-game Miami win. What Florida State is staring at, the
right here.
AP preseason top 10 team to lose 7 of their first 8 games.
We need 2 more followers to hit 2,000. 2 more followers to hit 2,000. That's awesome. 2 more.
With only a fortunate victory over Cal. Miami has to come in here and realize
We're gonna get it tonight, bro. We're gonna get it tonight.
they've got nothing to lose. And they do. They really do. But don't forget, this is a huge rivalry. They don't care about the Seminoles' record. They don't care that the Seminoles.
This is a big rivalry. I'll give them credit.
They understand when the Seminoles, they see the Canes jerseys, there's going to be like this just fury, this hate.
Let's see here. Let's see if I can link my Discord channel here. Brody, are you jumping, buddy?
So Miami's not taking Florida State lightly, despite the fact that they're having a horrendous season. They want to go out there and make a statement against the Seminoles because these two teams, these two schools,
So silly. My son's silly, man.
Yeah, and I really feel for
Your
Florida
profile.
State, who had great expectation for this season. Things didn't work out that way. They never got the culture established. But one thing that I always used, which I thought
So how do I edit my links, man?
coach when I was trying to establish
Edit my
culture
links.
was the bench.
I need to edit my links. Blocked accounts, data.
They don't buy in the way they're supposed to. You put them on the bench. Right. It's an amazing signal that goes from your
Summary, content, filter keywords. No, we don't want none of that mess. Brody, you're being too loud. You're being too loud.
But discipline is
Just calm down.
somebody's behavior by taking something that's
Why is this not?
away, and everybody wants to play.
Okay,
So, when
so
you
I'm
take
missing
playing
something.
away, you can
Settings.
stop behavior, and that's what Florida State needs.
Is that it?
So they're not benching enough.
Account control. No, that's not it. Interactions.
behavior for the Seminoles today.
I'm missing this.
I just want to thank Florida State because the week they won against Cal, they were on this board, but we're not taking them today. Miami
You're not
lays
worried
their
about
number.
that 21. You
No.
play it last.
Plenty to prove. Haven't beat them in 3 years. The last time Florida State
Yeah,
went
but
there, Florida State
cleared
won
that. I
45.
don't know why
As
you're.
long as Cam Ward's out there, life is good. Life is good.
Well, and on the other side, Norvell's buyout $65 million. So we're going to rebuild again next year. Hopefully, give it another good go.
Think about the fortunes if Florida State had gotten Cam Ward. Just saying. ABC, 3:30 Eastern Time. It's homecoming on Saban Field. Alabama and Missouri. Alabama's into
Here we go.
throes of despair, having lost 2 of the last 3. You see what they have in front of them, including trip in a couple of weeks to LSU. Now, this is an elimination game for the college football playoff for all practical purposes for both Alabama and Missouri. But the way they've both been playing, I'm not so sure that should be the farthest thing from their mind right now, Kurt.
Incredible story last week, right, with Brady Cook. He goes down early in that game, actually goes to the hospital, comes back and scores late to end up leading them to a victory over Auburn. Sounds like he's going to try to go again today. If anybody
Gonna
can
try to go.
this kid, Brady Cook starting back. Noel is out. To me, Alabama, it's not about who they're playing. It's about what's been happening and trying to get better. Too many penalties, turning the football over, too many mental mistakes on defense. So, Pat, they've got to find a way to kind of don't worry about who you're playing, just get right. Because Milroe looks like old Milroe. They don't have an identity right now on it all.
No, don't have an identity.
Coming into play. I mean, this is going to be a tough game for this Alabama team, and this is the first time since 2006 that they've had 2 losses in the SEC before November. And they lose to Vandy, they lose to Tennessee last week. Sandwich in between was a 2-point win over South Carolina. So you're talking about they could have had 3 straight SEC losses before November even kind of settles in. And I know Kalen DeBoer is going to have to build his own team and his own culture and his own roster, but Missouri, very good. Brady Cook goes to the hospital, comes back, plays in the same game. He's going in there with a point to prove. Alabama loses another one. They're going to be I mean, it's going to be insane down there in Alabama, and it's all because the standard down there is you win. These are the games you win. October, you don't lose, and that's because they had to go for so long.
Yeah, but Kalen did something this week which I thought was interesting. TNT, takes no talent. You know, all these things that have been going wrong really are not talent-oriented. They're mental errors, they're snap count, all these different things. And I think the number one thing Alabama has to do is not worry about winning. They have to worry about getting back to playing to a standard. Because I think if they play to a standard with the talent they have, they'll be able to come out on top.
If I can figure out how to link this, I'd be excited. Come on.
Sometimes that affects the players. They get anxious. They're worried about
What, buddy?
outcomes instead of focusing on what's in front of them and playing one play at a time, and that's what they need to get
That's what you used to always talk process. It's amazing.
I don't know.
He never had signs up that said win games, win national
McKinley,
championships. None of
will you spell that for him?
today. Just getting execution and following.
What's up, everybody?
That's the thing.
Hey, quit yelling now. Quit yelling. Fun theme park.
One like this, never going to be smooth. It's going to take a little time to go. But the same thing really could be said for Missouri. Missouri came into the season with all of these lofty expectations. Their record's fine, but they have a.
But Missouri ain't us, man. Let's just call this what it is, dude.
Missouri's going to go in to Bryant Denny, Saban Field there and get the win. They're going to need a big game from Luther.
We just.
They sure are, Reese. Back in October of 2021, St. Louis native Luther Burden picked Missouri over Georgia and Alabama.
Yeah, I remember that.
Immediately one of the best recruits in school history, and Burden told us it's the best decision he ever made. Part of that decision was keeping him close to the local community that helped shape him.
There you go.
When you got a guy like Luther who gives back what he's been through during his youth.
I don't know how to do this. I gotta figure this out. Tech Studio, Instagram, subscription, your orders.
When he got that football, he would just run.
All right, guys. I'm trying to mess around with this too. Luther Burden, man, that's Alabama. We're going on a win streak. And you think so, Raider? Hey, man, I hope. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna tell you this, Raider. I'm not gonna sit here and argue. I'm not gonna tell you nothing. I'm gonna say this. I hope you're right. And I hope I'm wrong. I don't know how this team, as it exists, goes into LSU and beats them. I don't understand how they do it. I'm not saying it's impossible. I just said I don't understand it at this point. Now, that doesn't mean they can't do it. It just means that realistically, what you've seen on the field the past 3 weeks, past 3 weekends, you know, I mean, as a Bama fan, you know that's not the effort it's going to take to win against LSU in Death Valley at night. That's just not the way it's going to play out. So we control our own destiny. This team is talented enough to do it. You're 100% correct. This team is talented enough to do it. The team that went up on Georgia in the first half is still in there somewhere. They've got to have the testicular fortitude. They've got to have the, they got to be able to look inside themselves and find that and bring it out. And now, I don't know, man. I don't know if they can. I don't know if they will. Sometimes leadership and those intangibles play more into a team and a season than talent. And I think that's what we're seeing right now is we're lacking some of that. And I hope we find it. I hope we find it, man. I hope we get back to it. And I hope we do it. And I would love to be wrong. And I would love to see us go to the playoff and just dominate people. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. So, call it what it is. It'll be tough.
Detail, I told him a lot of stuff that happened to me.
But I hope, man. I hope you're right. That'd be awesome, man.
And he knew.
Yeah,
he didn't want to be on the street.
We are two people away. Two people away from 2,000 followers. So I appreciate everybody that's here.
Taking his talents just 2 hours away, but worlds apart from the neighborhood he grew up in.
Appreciate everybody being here, man.
Everybody knew
Watching this game day together.
The moment that we had him, we needed him.
It was the best decision of my life because I really found a home outside of St. Louis. This is
How do I change that?
Burden has excelled in his 3 years at Mizzou, emerging as one
Gotta
of the
figure out how to
nation's
do
top
this.
receivers and a projected first-round NFL draft pick.
He is becoming more of a national star in college
I
football.
don't know what the hell is lemon. Where's the lemon? Yeah, y'all know Alabama on a win streak. Okay, yeah. Hope so, bro. I really do, man. I really do. I hope you're correct. I love that. I love that.
I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to, come back and give back to my city. Let's get better.
Figure out how to do this. I gotta figure how do I see how you. I'm gonna see how you add a Discord.
And what better way to let these kids come out here and show their talents for free?
I got you. Whatever he can do to help
Yeah.
the kids in the community, he wants to help.
How to add Discord? I'm trying.
That he went through as a kid.
Being a part of the situation that I was in, the biggest thing for me, I just want to make a difference.
What Luther represents is a hero. You don't get to see a Batman or anything like that unless you're watching TV. But
You have to have a business account.
He's a normal guy, came from the same area as everybody else.
Okay.
He's our local hero.
Gotta have a business account. So we can't do that yet. Can't do that.
Missouri coach Eli Drinkwitz say in that piece that they needed Luther Burden.
What we'll do is we'll let people, if people are interested in joining the Discord and having questions and stuff for the panel, they can they can DM us, I guess. That'd be fun.
They're going to need Luther Burden to live up to the nickname he earned as a youngster, Touchdown Luther.
That's wild.
Well, they'd love to get some of those from him today. You can see it at 3:30 Eastern Time on ABC, Missouri and Alabama. Before that, at noon, immediately following Game Day on ABC, Notre Dame and Navy. Blake Horvath, now friend of College Game Day after his standout performance earlier. And then in primetime, LSU and Texas A&M coming up. Kurt Signetti. So what about this whole Googling? Sig was with us.
Google him.
Jen Ladd is going to get to the bottom of all of that. Now he's transformed the culture here. And Upset City in
Google this dude.
we have chapter 2 as Quinn Ewers and the Horns and Sark come calling in Nashville. So much
A commercial break. Let's see here. What we got here? Are we doing the field goal contest right now? All right, maybe I'm wrong.
First kicker selected is in the hospital, maybe in surgery right now.
Maybe in surgery. Damn.
Piece to Jake's knee during the practice rep. But Jerem, freshman finance major out of Chicago, gonna try to win $100,000. I think he can do it. I think he can do it.
Been a lot of let's just hope he stays healthy after that video.
I'll tell you, that was a bad injury.
Jeff, what do you got?
We got Yanko's little sock wrap. It's a Bloomington staple for over 50 years. Look at this. It's a chocolate cookie.
What the frickin' crap is that?
That's some really good meat.
Grab a steak. Just grab it. Oh, here we go. Take a big bite of that steak. Get it all in there.
Wow, the steak looks really good.
Oh my Lord, man. What's up, Trevor? What are you doing, bro? Oh, commercial. Anyway, like I said, commercial break. We'll skip on this, but see what happens today, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what game are we watching today, man. I might watch this Navy Notre Dame game. I kind of want to see that. I might watch it. I don't know. What game you feeling? Obviously the Bama game. You know I'll be watching that. I'll be watching the Bama game, man. I'm gonna try to watch it anyway. Like I said, man, I think it's I'm gonna watch it. I mean, same shit as always. I'm gonna watch the Bama game. I mean, there ain't no getting around that. But whether I watch it on here, it'll be kind of just depends. Been upset here lately, so although I will say the games I've streamed, I'm undefeated. So I'm undefeated on the games I've streamed, bro. So maybe that's the key to our success. Undefeated on these games. But we're probably gonna watch. Yeah, we're gonna probably go right into the. Let's look at the schedule real quick. I don't know. Let's look. Let's see what we got here. We'll see what we want to watch today. So schedule looking good. I've been terrible on my picks this week already. 0-2. So I got Ohio State, Nebraska, Notre Dame, Navy, which I think is a big one. Indiana, Washington would be fun to watch, but I mean, in all honesty, like if we're talking I think we gotta watch Navy Notre Dame, man. I wish they did, man. I wish they did. Oh hell, I wish I made money off streaming. I wish. It'd be fun, dude. But yeah, I mean, undefeated, and y'all get to see it live. I mean, y'all get to see the tame version. As I've gotten older, I'm a lot calmer than what I used to be, but at the same time, I still can't. So we talk about this all the time. Alabama, we play to a standard. We don't play for anyone else. We don't play for wins. We play to a standard each and every play, each and every second, each and every down. Everything we do, we try to execute excellence for that moment. And we have not been playing like that this year, and that upsets me. I guess you could say Saban's converted me, man. I'm a zombie, man. I'm a Saban zombie.
So if you can kick and you're at Arizona State, email me. We got to find somebody.
Email me.
Pass. No chance. Wow. What the heck was that? Seen better kicks than that on college game day.
Have you ever said anything negative about football kickers?
Maybe once or twice.
Good luck, man. That's all I can tell you.
He's got no laces. Daniel showed up in his vans. In Berkeley, California. You got it. In Oregon.
There it is.
But it has delivered excitement no matter how expensive.
Yeah, we'll probably I don't know. Let me So I'm gonna have to get off here and get ready at some point. Go get ready for the game. Take a shower, get ready for the game. If I'm on stream one. Which one you thinking, Trevor? You thinking Alabama? I think Alabama game. I definitely probably stream the Alabama game. But
Yes, I'm a freshman, finance major.
Okay, what are you going to get into? You're going to trade stocks, investment, be in banking. What's the plan?
Just make money.
Yeah, just become a billionaire someday.
Yep.
A good way to start would be $100,000 on a Saturday. Have you ever kicked a football before?
Yes, just for fun. Actually, last Monday, kicked the ball a couple of times. I'm feeling pretty confident.
You're preparing for this?
This is for all my Bears fans. All my Bears fans know Cody Parkey. I'm going to show him that I could do what he couldn't do.
Okay, so you have said terrible things about kickers before.
yeah, it's definitely Bama. I will try to get on here and start streaming the Navy game. But like I said, we'll watch this kick, probably jump off. Y'all come back 2:30. We'll watch the Bama game together. We'll watch it. We'll have comments. We'll see what's going on. Like I said, I got a feeling we're going. I got a feeling we're going. I hope we have a good day, man. And the mind was everybody's about Michigan versus State. Yeah, man, Michigan State is a big game. What time is it? What time is it? Time you got your game on? Okay, it's tonight, so we might. Well, you got A&M. You got A&M. LSU game going on too. That's gonna be a big game. That's number one in the SEC right there. It's a good day for college football, man. But we're gonna be talking football all day, man. Well, I want everybody to show up. We're gonna be talking football all single day long. It's gonna be awesome. Ooh, that's a big miss. Big miss. But yeah, hey man, we're gonna be back. The podcast's gonna be here tonight. We're gonna be back and we're gonna be talking about the game. So it's gonna be interesting. Like I said, I've got some really cool stuff to talk about tonight. We got some cool stuff to talk about. I think there's gonna be some fun stuff to talk about tonight. I really do. I really think so. Yeah, 2:30. Yeah, the D3 women's soccer. Hey, man, dude, respect. You got. That's awesome, man. It's awesome. I know you do that. Family. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. That's awesome. Said my son just finished his soccer game. I mean, I know it's not the same as D3 women's soccer, but last Saturday was his last game, so he was excited about that. And I hope he really does well in soccer. We're talking about taking him to a soccer game or something, just to get him a little bit more intrigued with the game. He did look at me last week though and tell me, "Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you." He did look at me last week and say, "Daddy, I think I'm ready to play football." So that my heart was filled with joy at that moment. He did it again. This kid stinks. He said, "This kid stinks." This kid stinks, bro. That's what he said. You can't even. He said, "This kid stinks." One freshman of the week for a conference school. Yeah, it is pump, man. That's a good thing, dude. Good. You know what I'm saying? Good for you. Good for her. Good for everything. That's just fun, dude. That's fun. I'm excited. I'm excited for her. I'm excited for you, man. Like I said, very few people get a chance to do those things. You know what I'm saying? Very few people get a chance to do those things, and I'm happy that she's getting to experience that, and that's freaking awesome. There's only a handful of people that get the joy and privilege of playing college athletics and getting to do those things, and I absolutely can respect that. It's fun, man. That's fun. In fact, you think about it, man. You kind of royalty around here, man. You got a D3 cousin playing football, and that's respect. We've had some royalty show up on here. We've had a Colorado D lineman show up. We had a safety from some school. I don't know. Hell, we didn't even know what school it was. Tell us that we couldn't coach. Now, if we could coach, we'd be coaching, but we can't coach. So we're not coaching. It's like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know what they were trying to say to us, but it was like, yeah, you're right. We can't coach. But it's fine.
Do you guys understand what I'm saying? It's a statement about what we are here to do this Saturday in our stadium. And it's going to be an emotional...
That was fun, dude. Yeah, that's fun. And Alex said, we're going to try to... a big thing this weekend is we're going to try to...
what is the next thing I need to do? What is my attitude right now? What's my level of attack?
We're going to try to... we're trying to have a little more structure in our show tonight, because last week was nuts. We try to have some structure, and... like I said, we got some key stats, man. We got some key stuff. We're trying to Houston a first down and then got them stopped on 4th and 1 from the 10 in the last minute. Also last year they were tied with Wyoming the week after they beat Alabama going into the fourth quarter and only scored 10 points. And even the year before that, it was a 4-win Iowa State team, and they slipped. Trying to build up like a Discord too, so we can have people actually ask questions in the Discord, so we can comment and do those things. Because what happens is, man, when we're doing the podcast, we try to answer all the questions and interact with the chat, but the problem is we got just so much coming. We got so much content, and we want to put out the podcast with as much uninterrupted content as possible, and then we got to get back to obviously the chat and everything. So okay, so here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal. Colorado by 50, instant classic line. Yeah, I know. That was good. I was wrong. I was wrong. But so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna call it right now. Anyone that wants to come back and watch football today, we are gonna be watching the Alabama game at 2:30 for sure. Probably gonna log in early and watch the end of the Notre Dame Navy game, and then we will be back tonight at 8:30 live for the podcast, where we have a panel of 5 of us, two Tennessee fans, 2 Alabama fans, and a Georgia fan, all talking about where we stand right now as a program, all the big games for the day. like I said, I just gotta go get ready for the. I gotta get my mind right for the game. So,